Hey guys, so last week I officially got back from my 3 week travel trip in Europe, and I was in Amsterdam, Paris, Barcelona, and London slash rural England. Okay. Boom. So I will be talking about each city in depth and about some of my cultural shocks that I had. And this video is for Amsterdam because there were some things where I was just like gagiana. I was real like, oh, this is a thing. Okay, this is that. I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know this was happening. And Amsterdam turned out to be a place where I really enjoyed it, and I didn't know I would enjoy as much. So I was like, okay, let me just share some things with some fellow people that may not know anything about Amsterdam or may know a few things, but want to hear me talk about some things that I was shocked about. Okay, boom. So let's just jump right into the video. First thing that I was just shocked right off the plane, well, not right off the plane, right when I got to my hotel was immediately I was like searching places to go, like restaurants, food, like spots, and literally everything was so walkable. Like, I feel like Amsterdam is such a city where it's like big enough to be like tea and to do a lot of things and to like go places and meet and meet and see people and everything. But it's still small enough to where you can literally walk. Like, I felt like I literally, when I would go into town, it would be like maybe like a 15-minute walk, or if I wanted to go to a certain spot here, 25 minutes. Like, it was just like, oh my gosh. Versus where I'm at, it could be like a 40-minute drive across town. Drive. And so that just really gagged me. Like, it was so walkable. The next thing kind of ties into that, but like bikes everywhere. When I tell you Amsterdam is the city of bikes, it is the city of bikes. And I looked up online a little bit, and like I heard people talking about that bikes have the right of way, and it's definitely that. You know, in the US, it's the pedestrian has the right of way, so you know the car has to do the stop or whatever. No. Over there, then bikes, they will keep going. Like I want to say, I think like low-key they actually do have the right of way. Like, I don't know if it's in the law or nothing, but like the way it was giving, it definitely gave. They are the ones controlling the traffic, okay? Because like, and there's literally bike lights and everything, like regular traffic lights, regular bike lights, regular pedestrian lights too. But yeah, the bikes, like, I just love the bike culture there. Like, and you would see people biking in like, you know, their work clothes as well, business clothes, like just going to do their activities. And I'm just like, this is so active. This is the lifestyle I want. I want a lifestyle where I can just get around, get to where I'm going, all while biking, all while walking. I had to stop. Anyways, but yeah, that's like so tea. So I really enjoyed that. Okay. And the next thing I want to say is another thing that kind of shocked me, was like a culture shock moment, is like cars are low key not the moment there. Like, and what I mean by that is like parking limited. Like, and it looks like like the roads genuinely look like they're only designed to be like for you to walk, bike, or use public transport. Because like, yes, there are streets, obviously. Yes, there are cars on the road, but it's like I don't think I could ever be drive on them roads. I don't think, and not because the roads aren't T, because the roads are T. They're very efficient, very nice, very safe at the moment. But when I tell you, it's people crossing, it's people riding their motorcycles, riding their bicycles, and then you got these trains, you got the metros, the trams, and I'm just like, this is a lot. This is a lot. And then to be the car, and like you're just supposed to, and like literally, I would see like tracks, but then there would be like a light turning green, and I'm just like, okay, wait, like how do y'all not crash? Like, I mean, maybe the light obviously is programmed for like for them to go when this happens, but I'm just like, this looks confusing. Okay, like I'm just like, I would hate to be a driver here. I really would hate to be a driver there. So that kind of like was like, oh wow, like this video is just like American learns that they have really good public transport in Amsterdam. Well yeah, basically the moment. Yeah. The next thing that was a shocker to me, which is like, obviously I know Amsterdam has canals, but it was the extent of like, I didn't know how deep, I didn't know how, like how many canals they had. Like when I tell you, like looking at the map, like you can see the canals and how they do, but I was just like, wow, like that is such a beautiful thing. That is such a thing that I was like, I would have appreciated it growing up around this. Like if I just grew up in a city where like I could get around by boat too. What can your city do? Like, I'm just like, that was so cool. So yeah, like you'll just see like it'll be the street, and there are the shops, there's the restaurants, there's the whatever here, and then you look over 2 feet, and there's just a body, like it's just water, like a canal, and I'm just like, uh. And what a thing that confused me a little bit about Amsterdam sometimes is because a lot of the buildings are so beautiful, and they like are like skinny, narrow, especially like in like certain center areas, and like there's a canal, so I would think I knew where I was going, but in reality, I was like, I thought I was going all the way over here, but I was just walking like the same block like for like 5 times. It was just kind of crazy, but also so many of the areas look similar to me because obviously I'm a tourist, I'm a foreigner. Like I've only been here for like, I was in Amsterdam and for a total of about like 6 or 7 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I started in Amsterdam, then I went to Paris, Barcelona, and London, and then I ended back in Amsterdam because that was my flight back home. But yeah, I was there for a total like maybe like 7 days, and still couldn't tell you like how to get to this way to get that way. Like I kind of knew my direction from my hotel to the center. Yeah, I did. Okay, like I didn't need the GPS for that. But when I was actually in the center and like something started looking similar to me, I was like, okay, I think, okay, these buildings in this canal right here. Okay, let me make a right. Let me make another right. Okay, these buildings in this canal look kind of similar. Like, I don't know where I'm at. Okay, boom. But yeah, that was tea. Like, that was a kind of a culture shock for me. Like, oh my gosh, like, so much, like, water just in the middle of the town. And I'm just like, yes, this is the moment. Um, the other thing that was kind of like a culture shock to me, which I kind of like researched before, I've heard, I don't know if I researched, I heard beforehand, but the Netherlands actually has the tallest average height in the world. So I don't know if it's for women, but I know for men for sure, but I would assume women as well, but maybe not. But I know for sure like they have the tallest like average height of men, and I'm actually tall myself. So it was like, it was interesting being in an area where I didn't feel like all like on the taller side or one of the tallest. And I was just like, wow, like, oh, okay, so everybody, because their average height for the male is 6 foot, 6 feet. So I was just like, wow, okay, so I'm normal here. Hey, how y'all doing? This is the moment. So that was kind of cool. I was just like, oh wow, nice. Um, ooh, another thing about the buildings, going back to like the narrowness and the canals. So I noticed that like because some of the buildings in Amsterdam, like I remember being there and I had a friend tell me that um the buildings like in some of them would have like their year that they were made and they were built. And I saw one that was like 1633 or something. And then there were other buildings like made before or after that. And so some of them are imperfect. Like they'll like the buildings will be leaning or they'll be like leaned towards you. And like I saw that was like a common thing. And then a lot of the buildings have like hooks at the top because um so a friend told me that they use it for furniture now, or was that back in the day? Because the stairs are so steep that they just like use the hook for furniture. But it was another reason too. I forgot the other reason. If you know, if you're from the Netherlands or living in Amsterdam or anything, maybe you know and you can tell me in the comments. I forgot why, but I know something was about furniture. I don't know if that's the current version or like why they did it back in the day. But I know back in the day there was another reason, I think. But yeah, it was just cool seeing like imperfect buildings like leaning, whether it was to the side or to the front. And I actually took a boat tour and they were talking about that. And I was just like, how is this building literally older than the US? Like that was so funny to me. I'm like, wow, this building is older than the country that I grew up in. That is so tea. That's so tea. So yeah. The next thing that this was purely off of just my interaction with a friend and seeing people there, but like I feel like the work-life balance is definitely more balanced because I was talking to a friend there and I was like, oh, like how often do you work? And they were like, okay, well, yeah, I'm full salary job or whatever, but like Mondays I don't have to go into the office, and Friday, like was it Mondays I go into the office for a little bit, and then Fridays I don't have to go in, and then like I do this. So basically they were averaging about like 32, 33 hours a week, and I was just like, what? Full salary, full time job, nice job. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, like what? And I just feel like the work life balance is so tea. I'm like, your boss just doesn't hit you up after 6 p.m. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know in corporate in corporate America, you know how they get down. But I was just like, this seems like a balanced life. This seems like it's the moment. So yeah, that was just purely off of an interaction. But maybe others could talk about that. But I actually searched on the web about the work-life balance, and apparently it's really good over there too. So not even just that person, but many people think the same thing. So yeah. Um, Another thing that kind of like gave me a culture shock was that so many buildings, apartments, and like places that I would see where people are living, they would have these like big windows, but they would not be like covered with curtains or blinds or anything. They were just open to see. So like, and actually someone told me that like, yeah, like in here people, it's like normal for them to have their like windows open. And I was just like, wow, like, okay, because you know in the US we're quick to get a blind, quick to close that curtain, like quick to do that. But like over there it's like an open thing, or at least in a lot of the places that I saw in Amsterdam. And like you could just see, like I saw couples being together. I saw like people just watching TV. Like I saw somebody making their coffee. I was just like, wow, like you just get to see life, which is like so little, like when you think about it, but it's just like, oh, like you just get to see life. So that's cool. Um, the last thing that I would say that kind of gags me, which I don't know, but it just gagged me, was that like first of all, Amsterdam is already so international. Like Amsterdam is an international city. Like it's a hub. Like when I tell you so many languages everywhere, like you hear this, you hear that, you like I don't know, maybe you're speaking Polish, maybe you're speaking French, maybe you're speaking like, I don't know. Like it's just so many languages coming from every direction. So that already like was like, wow, love it here. Love it here. Come on. Come on. It's giving what is it called? Like all the is it the United Nations, all the countries, like it's giving that. Like maybe live for that. But another thing that like gagged me was the amount of English that people just quickly like spoke to you. Like as soon as they like immediately know you don't speak Dutch, it's like hello, like quick. And I was like, ooh, the proficiency of English. Like I was like, oh, y'all ate that. And I like saw online somewhere that like yeah, they really like down English in schools. Like they don't play about like their English and like they can do that real tea. And I was just like, yeah, I saw that because I was like, oh my gosh, like they all could communicate like so quickly in English. And I was just like, dank u wel. Did I eat that? That means thank you in Dutch. But like if I didn't eat that, if somebody's actually like Branson, you said that wrong. Don't eat me up. But yeah, these are some of my culture shocks of Amsterdam. Honestly, TBH, from the trip, Amsterdam was definitely like the place that I didn't know that I would like as much as I did, but I loved, loved Amsterdam and will be back for sure. Anyways, thank y'all for watching some of my culture shocks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to hear about more about the trip or certain parts of it. But yeah, these are some of the things I noticed, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I love y'all so much, and bye.